Good afternoon, everyone. Yalancy Peterson. Today, it is Friday, September 28th, 2018. It is 1:39 p.m. It is 80 degrees in Los Angeles, California. We have a smoggy day today. Cloudy sky, but hey, it's nice and bright outside. All right, so last night I attended an invitation-only event to preview the BMW X7. I have followed this vehicle from the moment they announced it. I was so excited when I got the email. I signed up quickly for this bad boy. So we had to drive to one address in Malibu, and then they drove us to another address in some Ford Transit vans. Got to the event. It was a beautiful venue. There was an M850i there. There was a 740e there. And I didn't find out until, 2 hours later that the X7 was in a special tent. So you had to go to a special place where there were two attendants. You had to give them your cell phone and any electronic devices you had, and then they scanned you with an electronic wand, similar to going to the airport. And then you had to walk down this long staircase all the way down to the bottom into the special tent, and you walk inside and blam, there it was. I tell you, if you like the 2019 X5, you are gonna love the 2019 X7. It is absolutely beautiful. I love it. I fell in love with it instantly. So now that I got 2 minutes of your time out the way, let me tell you some things I learned about it. I'm just going to read the notes. I have everything broken down. This is the general about the vehicle. It's based on the CLAR platform, the cluster architecture that BMW is introducing for all of their rear drive and all-wheel drive cars. All right. There was no indication of carbon fiber construction on the vehicle. On the vehicles, they normally have the carbon fiber core logo. All you saw there was X7, so it may or may not have carbon fiber. The gross vehicle weight rating plate, it has 6,999 pounds stamped on the plate, so it's a 7,000 pound gross weighted vehicle. Given the way it looked, how low it's set, and I didn't see anything for towing, you might not be able to really tow anything with it. The vehicle is clearly designed to move passengers around, but I'm sure you can, put a jet ski back there or so like that. The proportions are very similar to the current Lexus LX 570. So if you see one of those rolling down the street, BMW X7 is about the same size. About 200 inches long. The size was embraced by the design team. I was able to speak with one of the designers, the exterior designers of the vehicle. Very passionate guy. I don't remember his name. He was the coolest guy to talk with. I think I spoke with him for like 30 minutes, and he guided me through what he could tell me about the design process and just how the inspiration came about and everything they went through to finally get the vehicle to what we will see when it's introduced in a little while. Let's see, the kidney grill. Everyone's talking about the kidney grill. Yes, it's a big kidney grill, but it is appropriate for the size of the vehicle. Remember, big is beautiful with SUVs. So hey, embrace the size that BMW did it. Hey, y'all gonna love it when you see it, I'm telling you. Okay, design-wise, the vehicle ultimately is an X, and then it's a 7 Series. So don't think of it as a big, overgrown, blown up 7 Series. It's an X vehicle, but it has the philosophy of a 7, if you can kind of work like that. Okay. Now, one very important thing to realize about this vehicle, even though the X7 and the Rolls-Royce Cullinan are roughly the same size, they do not share a platform. The Rolls-Royce Cullinan is on a Rolls-Royce exclusive architecture of luxury. I believe that's what they call it. their own aluminum space frame that's used only for Rolls-Royce. So there's no platform sharing with the Rolls-Royce and the X7. It's very important to note. All right. Okay, on the exterior, you have the LED headlamps and the LED fog lamps. The fog lamps are a little thinner than what you see on the 7 Series, and they're at the very bottom of the bumper. In fact, you have to look for them because you will miss them at a casual glance. The front turn signals are a thin LED strip at the very top of the main the main headlight beam. So you hit the hazard lights and they'll flash right there between the headlamps and the hood line. All right, the truck has a rear fog lamp. I was very surprised. Maybe that was the European specification, but there was a fog lamp. Let me see. The rear hatch is clamshell, so it's gonna be the same as the 5 Series, and also the X5 and the Range Rover. Top opens, the bottom opens, and they open independent of each other. Well, the bottom is dependent on the top being open. You know how the clamshells work. Okay, they're saying that an M package may be available. It's going to have sporty looking wheels, but an actual M package, they're saying it may be available. Okay, there will be 2 engines available at launch. There will be the 3-liter turbocharged engine and the 4.4-liter twin turbo V8. Let's see, it's the standard the 6-cylinder and 8-cylinder they're using on everything else. The transmission, unknown transmission, I don't know. They may come out with a new transmission, but hey, more than likely it's going to be the 8-speed ZF they're using and everything else. The suspension will be an air suspension that will be standard. The wheels, all right, this one was a fully decked out X7 X-Drive 40i with the BMW individual package. So it had 22-inch wheels on it. The front wheels were on 275 45 tires. The rear was 315 35 tires. They used Continental tires. I don't remember the ones they looked, but the tires looked absolutely gorgeous. And these weren't show tires. These were production tires. The interior. Going on to the interior, there is a spy shot going around the internet showing the interior of the vehicle. The color scheme of the vehicle I was in was that same color scheme. The dashboard was dark blue, navy blue on top, with the pale ivory on the bottom. The side bolsters and the doors were blue with the center insert being the tan again. The carpeting was dark blue also. The rear seat had the captain's chairs. It was a very beautiful presentation. It looked fantastic. The seats were well worn as far as, people getting in and out. You go to a car show and, people in there all the time. But it looked great. The look was great. Okay, the front row was comfortable. I could not adjust the power seats to get my perfect fit, but the front row was comfortable, expecting what you see. The second row, it was tough for me to get in and out of the second row, but again, I couldn't adjust the power seats. When you have the captain's seats, the chairs are power adjustable fore and aft, and you can adjust the rake angle of the rear seat back. I don't know if the seat can go up and down. And then the third row, I was able to get in the third row. I was able to sit in the third row. It was as reasonably comfortable as you would expect. I would give it a 7 out of 10 on comfort. But again, consider that I could not adjust the power seat to get it at optimum comfort to find out what's going on. But I will say this about the third row in the X7. Now, mind you, I'm 6'1", I have long legs. If I had to sit in an X7 from LAX to San Francisco International Airport, I could do it with no problem. I'm just saying, it's a tough fit, but at the end of the day, I would be comfortable for a 400-mile trip in that vehicle. All right. Let's see, the captain's rows are optional. It does come with a BMW individual package with special colors, wood trim, wheels, things of that nature. It has individual climate control for all 3 rows. So you have your dual zone climate up front, dual zone climate in the center, and single zone climate in the rear. And there are individual controls with digital temperature for all 3 rows. All right. The crystal shifter that everyone fell in love with in the prototype vehicle, they have a glass shifter in the production model. Everybody at the event loved the glass shifter. They couldn't stop talking about this glass shifter. It's a nice multifaceted unit. It is really nice. The shifter is about half the height of the current shifter that's used in the current BMW cars now. So this tall, long thing is going out for something that's a bit more sportier and chunkier. It's very nice. It looked great too. Several of the controls, the quality, fit, finish, feel, tactile feel from the 7 Series is in the X7. Two important notes that I discovered in the X7. The starter button, the engine start button, is now made of glass or very high grade plastic, a glossy plastic, and they moved it from the dashboard down into the center console area, right next to where you control the suspension and whatnot. And the second thing, the headlight control. Now, I already love the headlight control they had in. Well, now they got rid of the rotary knob and everything is all buttons. It's very nice. It feels really great. You'll be playing with your headlights all the time now because it's just that cool. Let's see. iDrive. They have a new generation of iDrive. The version that was in the X7 was actually borrowed from a 5 Series because they hadn't finished all the programming yet. But the iDrive was very responsive. I mean, it was a snap, snap, snap for everything. One disappointment, they did not increase the number of ambient light colors. I fussed about it with the designer. I said, hey, y'all need to put 64 colors in like Mercedes. He's like, nah, we just put 7, that's it. I'm like, dude, you guys need a sky blue, and you need a hot pink, and you need, you know, a hot red or something like that to kind of, you know, mix it up a bit. Anyway, he disagreed with me, so we left that alone. Hey, he's the designer, I'm just the guy talking about it. Let's see, what else? Let me see. Oh, connectivity. This is interesting. First of all, I saw no evidence whatsoever of a DVD CD player in the car. If there is one in there, I don't know where it was, but they took it out. No DVD player. However, you can plug in your devices with Bluetooth. They also have 4 USB ports in the vehicle. There is one standard USB-A. USB-A looks like this. This is the big one that's in all the vehicles now. So there's one. The other ports are USB-C ports, the little small unidirectional ports. There's one in the center armrest. You flap open the clamshell and it's a USB-C, and then there are 2 USB-C ports in the back for the rear seat passengers. I thought that was really cool. First time I've ever saw USB-C, and more than likely when BMW revises the 7 Series, the same feature set in the 7 for the 7 will be in there as well too. All right, the wireless cell phone charger is now directly under the dashboard. It's a nice little cubby hole you open up, and you put your cell phone right there for the wireless phone charger. So this little tray is done away with. The cup holders are heated and cooled. I don't know if that's an option, but I tell you, I would love to have the heated and cooled cup holders in this 7. That would be great. Let me see, the panoramic moonroof. It spans from the front of the driver compartment all the way behind the heads of the second row. So it's one piece with a thin metal thing, so it lifts up and goes out. In the third row, they have their own separate glass partition over the third row. It's really nice. Lots and lots of light comes inside the vehicle. It was very, very nice. The captain's chairs in the second row are four-way adjustable. They go up, they go fore and aft, and then the back restrains, does its thing. Okay, let's see. I counted 8 cup holders, one in each door, two in the front console, and then 2 for the third row. There might be a couple more, but I physically counted 8 cup holders in the vehicle. It has a 22-speaker Bowers & Wilkins Diamond Surround audio system with 4 speakers located in the roof to give you a 3D sound. Now, I'm almost certain it's going to come with a Harman Kardon system standard, but if you get the Bowers & Wilkins, it will come. You can option out to the Diamond Surround system. All right. Let's see. I think I covered all the basics there. The competition for this vehicle, the rep from BMW, he told me that they had 2 targets: the Range Rover, the Land Rover Range Rover, and the Mercedes-Benz GLS. But you're also going to be looking at the Audi Q7, the Lexus LX 570, and to a lesser degree, the Infiniti QX80, the Cadillac Escalade, the Lincoln Navigator, the GMC Yukon Denali, and even though it's smaller, I kind of want to include it on this list because it is a premium SUV, the Volvo XC90. Now, it's weird that I put the Infiniti, the Lexus, the Lincoln, the Cadillac GMC on here because those are body-on-frame vehicles and they can tow. I don't think the BMW X7 will do anywhere near the amount of towing that those vehicles can do. But when you consider the price point, the market position, and the potential customer for these vehicles, I said, you know what, let me throw it on there anyway. But I can guarantee you the primary competition is the Range Rover, the Mercedes GLS, and the Audi Q7. All right, pricing. This is what I was told to tell you. This is what I was advised to tell you because it's a touchy thing or so. But the X7 X-Drive 40i, which is what was on display, pricing is expected to start in the mid-70s. The V8 model, which more than likely will be the X7 X-Drive 50i, will start in the mid-90s. Availability for the vehicle will be March 2019. I do not know when pre-orders can be taken. I was told 3 times what the pre-order date is, but I keep forgetting. So I say, hey, call your dealer, let them know you're interested in the X7. I would say probably around the time it's introduced at the Paris Auto Show. At that point, everything will be formally released. You'll be able to see it for yourself. One other quick note: there is a picture. Someone did a Photoshop of a white X7. That's they took their camo off and did their deal. That white one is 95% correct. You have to change the front end because the lower bumper part is totally wrong, but the rest of it is spot on. There is a real good one too. The rest of them here and there. So they did a really good job keeping a lot of the concept vehicle in the production model. I believe the vehicle is going to be a runaway success. This is the vehicle that a lot of people have been waiting for from BMW, and I think it's going to be incredibly successful. But I will say this about the 7 Series. That car has nothing to worry about, and here's the reason why. I sat in the truck, and I liked it, but it just wasn't as comfortable as the 7 Series. Maybe it's because it's a pre-production model and there's still some kinks they have to knock out. I will figure that out when a production model is actually at a dealer. I can take it for a test drive. I'll offer my opinion then. All right, I hope you liked this little video. Sorry it took 20 minutes. If there are any questions you have, please let me know in the comments. Because there may have been something that I remember, but I forgot to put down in my notes because I couldn't write anything down when we were inside actually looking at the vehicles. They were very strict about, they had me take off my watch to go down into the place. I'm like, the battery is dead. But said, no, sir, you still have to give up the watch. So, hey, that's it. Alrighty, have a good one. I will catch you on the next video.